60 million years ago, long before killer whales ruled the oceans, a terrifying predator swam beneath the waves. It had the jaws of a shark, the body of a whale, and the instincts of a ruthless hunter. Scientists call it Janjucetus dullardi, a creature so unique and deadly that it forever changed our understanding of whale evolution. Today, we uncover the secrets of this prehistoric shark whale predator, a beast lost to time, yet still whispering its story through the fossilized remains buried deep beneath Australia's ancient shores. The forgotten oceans. The world of Janjucetus was unlike anything we know today. Vast stretches of prehistoric seas shimmered beneath a warmer climate, teeming with life both strange and deadly. Giant sharks prowled the waters, primitive whales experimented with survival, and apex predators clashed in brutal contests of evolution. This was not a world for the weak. Every creature fought daily just to exist. Janjucetus, though small compared to modern whales, carved a unique place among these killers. Its 5-meter body was streamlined like a torpedo, perfectly adapted for speed and agility. But what made it truly terrifying were its jaws, lined with sharp, serrated teeth, tools designed to tear flesh, not filter plankton. Unlike today's gentle giants, Janjucetus hunted like a relentless assassin. Its existence tells a story of survival in a hostile environment. Competition was fierce, and only the smartest and strongest predators survived. Unlike sharks, Janjucetus used its mammalian brain to outthink its prey. It was the embodiment of nature's experiment. A mammal adopting the strategies of a shark, reshaping its destiny beneath the waves. The astonishing discovery. In 1993, along the windswept coast of Janjucetus in Victoria, Australia, a young surfer stumbled upon a peculiar fossil. This discovery would rewrite paleontology textbooks forever. What researchers uncovered was a skull unlike any they had seen before. A whale's cranium fused with the jaws of a killing machine. The fossil belonged to Janjucetus dullardi, a name derived from its discovery site. Unlike today's baleen whales, Janjucetus had no filters for plankton. Instead, it possessed razor-sharp teeth and jaw muscles capable of bone-crushing force. Scientists were stunned. This was not a gentle ocean giant, but a primitive predator, hunting its meals with terrifying efficiency. Its discovery helped fill a massive gap in evolutionary history. For decades, researchers debated how whales transitioned from land-dwelling mammals to ocean-dominating giants. Janjucetus was the missing link, showing us an early phase where whales had already adapted to the sea, but retained their ancient killer instincts, a predator's body. Janjucetus was built for the hunt. Its sleek, hydrodynamic frame allowed it to move silently and swiftly beneath the water's surface. Scientists believe it could accelerate in short bursts, ambushing unsuspecting prey before they had a chance to react. In an ocean full of competition, stealth and speed were its greatest allies. Its massive jaws housed large, pointed teeth, each one a weapon forged by evolution. Unlike modern whales, which swallow food whole or strain it through baleen, Janjucetus used its teeth to grip, tear, and crush. Researchers suggest it likely targeted fish, squid, and even smaller marine mammals, placing it near the top of its food chain. But its hunting power didn't come from brute strength alone. Janjucetus had forward-facing eyes, a rare trait among early whales, giving it binocular vision and depth perception. This allowed it to track and strike prey with precision. Much like today's apex predators, such as killer whales and great white sharks, the ancient seas, the oceans of the early Oligocene period, around 25 million years ago, were a dangerous place. Massive sharks, like cartrocles and gustodons, dominated the deep, while early marine reptiles and seabirds competed for the same prey. It was a world locked in an evolutionary arms race, where speed, strength, and cunning dictated survival. Janjucetus thrived in this environment, using its sharp senses and ambush tactics to hunt effectively. Scientists believe it may have preferred coastal regions, stalking prey near rocky outcrops and shallow waters where smaller animals gathered to feed. Its environment gave it both an opportunity to hunt and the cover it needed to remain undetected. Every encounter was a battle. Sharks, larger whales, and marine reptiles posed constant threats. Yet Janjucetus wasn't just prey. It was a formidable predator in its own right, one capable of fighting back when cornered. Its survival shaped the evolutionary trajectory of early whales, steering them toward intelligence and cooperation, a missing link in evolution. Janjucetus sits at a critical crossroads in whale evolution. Its fossils reveal a fascinating blend of primitive and advanced traits, marking a transitional phase between land-dwelling ancestors and the modern giants of the ocean. Where today's whales filter feed peacefully, Janjucetus hunted ferociously, still relying on teeth rather than baleen. Scientists believe Janjucetus' ancestors walked on land roughly 50 million years ago, resembling wolf-like creatures known as pachycetids. Over time, these mammals returned to the sea, adapting their bodies for swimming and hunting in aquatic environments. Janjucetus represents an early stage in this incredible journey, showing us a creature fully committed to life beneath the waves. Its existence challenges assumptions about whale evolution. Rather than a slow and steady shift, evolution experimented wildly, producing predators like Janjucetus before eventually favoring gentler, plankton-feeding strategies. Without fossils like these, we would never know how diverse whale history truly was. The hunt. Imagine the shadow of Janjucetus gliding silently beneath the waves, closing in on a school of fish. With a sudden burst of speed, it lunges, jaws snapping shut with bone-crushing force. In an instant, chaos erupts as prey scatters, but the predator claims its prize. Unlike today's filter-feeding whales, Janjucetus hunted like a shark, relying on ambush tactics and short chases. Scientists believe it used bursts of power rather than long pursuits, conserving energy while maximizing success. Its binocular vision allowed it to lock onto prey even in murky waters, making it one of the deadliest hunters of its era. This relentless hunting style placed Janjucetus at the top of its ecosystem. But with power came danger. Larger sharks and early macroraptorial whales rivaled its dominance, forcing Janjucetus to adapt constantly. Its survival depended on strategy, stealth, and an unyielding drive to hunt. Rivals of the deep. While Janjucetus was a formidable predator, it was far from unchallenged. Ancient sharks, like carcharocles and other primitive whales, competed for the same prey, creating a deadly balance of power. Every encounter between these apex predators could decide life or death. Unlike sharks, which relied purely on instinct, Janjucetus' mammalian brain gave it an advantage in strategy and problem-solving. It hunted with intelligence, using its surroundings and behaviors learned over time to outmaneuver competitors. Still, Even intelligence had limits in an ocean filled with giants. This rivalry shaped its evolution. To survive, Janjucetus became faster, smarter, and more specialized. It honed its ambush tactics to perfection, waiting for the precise moment to strike. In this evolutionary battlefield, hesitation was fatal. The vanishing predator, despite its dominance, Janjucetus, eventually disappeared. Fossil records suggest it went extinct roughly 23 million years ago, leaving behind no direct descendants. But why would such a powerful predator vanish from the oceans it once ruled? Scientists point to shifting climates and changing ecosystems. As oceans cooled and prey populations migrated, predators like Janjucetus faced increasing competition. At the same time, new whale species evolved baleen plates, giving them access to vast, untapped food sources, a strategy Janjucetus could not match. Its extinction paved the way for the rise of modern whales. Where Janjucetus hunted actively, its successors evolved gentler feeding strategies, growing larger and more specialized. The fall of one predator gave rise to an entirely new chapter in marine history. Secrets buried in stone, the fossilized remains of Janjucetus provide only fragments of its story. Yet each discovery brings us closer to understanding its world. Paleontologists painstakingly reconstruct its anatomy, piecing together its hunting style, diet, and evolutionary role. Every tooth and bone holds clues to its vanished life. Its skull, in particular, reveals astonishing details. The shape of its jaw muscles indicates incredible bite strength, while its eye sockets confirm forward-facing vision, a predator's hallmark. These findings challenge previous assumptions about early whales, reshaping evolutionary timelines. With each new discovery, Janjucetus emerges not as a relic of the past, but as a window into evolution's creativity. Its fossils remind us that life on Earth has taken countless forms, each adapted perfectly to its time and place. Lessons from a predator. Janjucetus dullardi teaches us that evolution is not a straight path, but a wild, twisting story of adaptation and experimentation. For millions of years, predators like Janjucetus thrived, dominating their ecosystems before vanishing into history's depths. Its story reveals how intelligence, physical power, and environmental adaptation intertwine. Janjucetus succeeded because it mastered the art of hunting, but its downfall came when the rules of survival changed. Its extinction shows us that even apex predators are not immune to evolution's pressures. By studying Janjucetus, scientists gain deeper insight into how species adapt, compete, and eventually give way to new forms of life. In its disappearance, we see the ever-changing nature of Earth's oceans and the fragile balance between predator and prey. An ancient intelligence, unlike sharks, which rely on instinct alone, Janjucetus possessed a mammalian brain capable of complex problem-solving. This gave it an edge in hunting, allowing it to learn patterns, anticipate movements, and adapt to changing conditions. Its intelligence likely made it a cooperative predator, much like modern killer whales. Scientists theorize that groups of Janjucetus may have worked together to corner schools of fish or isolate weak prey, increasing their hunting efficiency. This glimpse into its possible social behavior highlights the evolutionary roots of modern whale intelligence. Janjucetus represents an early experiment in blending raw power with cognitive strategy, a combination that would eventually define the success of marine mammals, giants of the future. While Janjucetus vanished, its evolutionary story didn't end. Its distant descendants would evolve into the giants we know today: blue whales, humpbacks, and orcas. These species inherited Janjucetus aquatic adaptations, but followed vastly different survival strategies. Modern baleen whales abandoned teeth altogether, filtering microscopic plankton from the water to fuel their colossal size. Meanwhile, killer whales evolved into apex predators that use intelligence and teamwork to dominate their environments. In this way, Janjucetus lives on, its legacy shaping the ocean's largest and most intelligent creatures. Without its evolutionary experiments, the whales we know today might never have existed. Sharks versus whales. The rivalry between sharks and early whales defined much of the Oligocene oceans. While sharks had reigned supreme for millions of years, mammals like Janjucetus posed a new challenge. Equipped with superior brains and evolving strategies, whales began competing directly with sharks for dominance. This ancient arms race pushed both groups to their limits. Sharks grew larger and faster, while whales refined their hunting tactics and intelligence. Janjucetus was at the forefront of this battle, embodying the transition from instinct-driven hunters to thinking predators. Eventually, mammals gained the upper hand. As sharks remained specialized, whales diversified, exploring new ecological niches. The balance of power shifted forever, setting the stage for the rise of modern marine mammals, reconstructing a killer. Thanks to modern technology, scientists can now digitally reconstruct Janjucetus in stunning detail. CT scans of its fossils reveal the exact structure of its jaws, braincase, and inner ears, allowing researchers to recreate its movements and behavior virtually. These reconstructions show a predator perfectly designed for its time, sleek, fast, and deadly. They also reveal how Janjucetus herd underwater, tracked prey, and navigated its world. Through technology, we can breathe life back into an animal lost for millions of years. Each simulation deepens our understanding of early whale evolution. With every discovery, Janjucetus becomes more than just a fossil. It becomes a living example of nature's boundless creativity. Legacy of a lost predator. Though Janjucetus dullardi vanished millions of years ago, its story echoes through every modern whale. It represents a chapter where mammals transformed into apex predators, adapting to a world ruled by sharks and surviving through innovation. Its extinction was not a failure, but part of evolution's grand design. By studying Janjucetus, we uncover not only its life, but also the ancient forces that shaped Earth's oceans. Its fossilized bones are a message from deep time, reminding us how fleeting dominance can be. In the end, Janjucetus' legacy lives on in the oceans, in the intelligence of killer whales, and in the gentle giants that roam today's seas. It is a story of power, adaptation, and transformation, one written in the waves millions of years ago. The oceans keep their secrets, but fossils, like Janjucetus dullardi, whisper fragments of forgotten worlds. Once, it was a predator without equal, a bridge between land mammals and oceanic giants. Today, it survives only in stone, a reminder that nature's greatest hunters can still fall 2 times relentless tide. If you enjoyed this journey into prehistory, like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories of ancient predators. The past still holds mysteries, and together we'll uncover them.